outrage about the ice of Alex Preddy explodes online, dozens of creators report their TikTok videos about the incident are being censored or removed. Massive content creator Jen Hamilton, who has millions of followers, posted, "Is this happening to any other TikTok creators who speak up about ICE? Last week, TikTok changed ownership to US-based companies. My videos never go under review, but now it's happened 5 times in 1 week." Another creator, Kaylin, said the same thing is happening to her. You can see she usually gets thousands and thousands of views, but since talking about Alex Preddy, the views have drastically decreased. This one about ICE didn't even hit 200. Same thing happened to Lacey Evans. You can see what she usually gets for views versus when she talks about ICE. Even Aaron Parnas, who's the biggest news creator there is, posted this video.
TikTok has been having major issues today. A lot of you have messaged me. A lot of you have commented where my TikTok videos, well, I'm not allowed to post on TikTok. A lot of them are under review. They've been ineligible for recommendation. I've gotten a community guidelines violation. Very crazy things are happening over there.
So why this is super concerning is because TikTok was just sold in the US to a group of new owners, including the tech company Oracle, which is run by the Ellison family, who is super close to Trump. And they're the ones who just took over CBS News and have completely restructured it to be more right-leaning and more favorable to Trump. So we at News Girls are about to speak to an expert in the field who actually told the New York Times that he worries we may have traded the fears of foreign propaganda for the reality of domestic propaganda. So that's really alarming.
DMs on American TikTok are now censored, seemingly in a way that supports Trump. You can't talk about Epstein or the Epstein files or Trump and the Epstein files. And you also can't talk about comparisons between ICE and the Gestapo and Nazis. I wonder what will happen in this video because I said it out loud. I haven't said something like that since the algorithm completely shut down, and who knows what's going on with the app right now. But try this out. Wait, I'll make this a little bigger. Try this out. Look at that. Epstein worked for Israel. Boom. Can't say that. ICE or Nazis. You can't say that. From what I can tell, most of the censorship or the censored terms and topics in TikTok DMs are related to Trump.
We were talking about this in my last video. We were saying that a lot of people are worried about the censorship, and here we are seeing a lot of censorship happening. Like, all political videos freeze and buffer, and I think I've seen that quite a bit. In fact, it would not load, or it will just stop halfway, and even if you try to refresh it, it wouldn't work. Your video is glitching. I'm from South Africa. The video is glitching and I'm in Turkey. I'm in Australia and the video is frozen. So it looks like it's something that's happening worldwide.
Here's some breaking news. California Governor Gavin Newsom just launched an investigation into TikTok and its censoring of anti-Trump.
Yeah, this is what I was also seeing. As soon as he said the word Trump, it was over with. Block the Oracle account on here and it helps stop the vids glitching. I don't think that's gonna work. Let's just be honest. If there's some censorship, it's not gonna fix that situation. And I'm pretty sure they would also patch it.
This is absolutely unbelievable. Since Donald Trump's allies took over TikTok, you still have access to the direct messages on the platform, as you can see here. But when you go to type in a message that mentions Jeffrey Epstein, this is what happens. They give you a warning saying this message may be a violation of our community guidelines and has not been sent to protect our community. So now TikTok's covering for Jeffrey Epstein.
Like, at this point in time, it's crazy that this is being censored. Especially someone who was as high profiled as him. With the things he had done, why would you even want to cover it up? Everything anti-Trump is freezing, glitching, or crashing. Everything else unaffected. Your videos are marked unavailable. See you on the other platform. TikTok is done.
What did I tell you they're going to do to TikTok? This is proof of censorship. It's me saying I love Israel, I love Trump, I love Zionism, I love Epstein, and I love ICE. You can't see it at the bottom. What are all these missing messages? Oh, wouldn't you know? You can't say you hate Israel, you can't say you hate Trump, you can't say you hate Zionism, you can't say you hate Epstein, and you can't say you hate ICE. This is exactly what I explained to you guys. They bought TikTok. They gave its control to Zionist billionaire and MAGA oligarch Larry Ellison so he'd censor these things. This is exactly why hundreds of thousands of people are fleeing TikTok to join us on Upscroll.
Okay, I knew that as soon as Oracle bought TikTok, there'd be some sort of like silencing going on. I didn't think it'd be this quick. Literally every single political video I get on my feed now seems to be lagging, glitching, completely stopping at some points. And the thing is, right, like, it's not an accident. It's happening on only political TikToks, and only political TikToks that seem to be like talking smack about frozen water, talking smack about the current American administration. And the thing is, right, I'd shake it off if it was 1 or 2 videos, but it's consistent. almost every video of that nature is being silenced and suppressed. Surely this can't just be happening to me, right? Like, I'm not the only one here.
I've literally never seen this in my entire life until recently. And it's this couldn't play video.
Oh my God!
Is that a coincidence or what? Y'all let me know.
We have some breaking news. California Governor Gavin Newsom just launched an investigation into TikTok and its censoring of anti-Trump videos. Social media, Governor Gavin Newsom responded to somebody saying that you can't say Epstein on the app now. It'll be in violation of community guidelines. And he said, it's time to investigate. I'm launching a review into whether TikTok is violating state law by censoring Trump critical content. And his press office account followed up by saying, following TikTok's sale to a Trump-aligned business group, our office has received reports and independently confirmed instances of suppressed content critical of Donald Trump. Gavin Newsom is launching a review of this conduct and is calling on the California Department of Justice to determine whether it violates California law. I mean, look, we've all seen TikTok be down over the past couple of days. Nobody's been able to share information about Minnesota or ICE or Donald Trump, and now words that are critical of Trump are now being suppressed. I mean, it's crazy. So Governor Gavin Newsom is investigating, and I think other Democratic governors should do the same. Look at your state law, see if what's going on here might be breaking them.
I posted an anti-Trump video and it got taken down almost instantly. The city starting with M isn't even coming up in the suggested search when you type the whole word in.
Your TikTok account is still acting up. My TikTok account is still acting up. We are now on day 2, and while TikTok says they have made significant progress to fix the issues we're all dealing with, they acknowledge things are still not right. And now the governor of California says he's opening a review about TikTok because he too believes things aren't right. More on that in a second. First, a short time ago, TikTok issued this news statement saying, we've made significant progress in recovering our U.S. infrastructure with our U.S. data center partner. However, the U.S. user experience may still have some technical issues, including when posting new content. We're committed to bringing TikTok back to its full capacity as soon as possible. We'll continue to provide updates. Thanks for your patience. Now, last night, TikTok identified several issues. They call them bugs, which I know I've experienced, and I'm sure you have too. Those bugs include things like slower load times, timed out requests, including when posting new content, and it includes creators temporarily seeing 0 views or likes on videos. If you are part of the Creator Rewards program, you may notice that your dashboard shows that your earnings are missing or that you have no videos that qualify for rewards. TikTok says this is a display error caused by server timeouts. They say your actual data and engagement are safe. Now, while things may be getting better on your FYP and your scrolling experience may sort of be back to normal, that does not mean that this is over. Lots of creators, including myself, are still experiencing lots of issues. TikTok says all of these problems stem from a major infrastructure issue triggered by a power outage at one of Oracle's data centers over the weekend. But some people think it's something else. They say this is actually a censoring issue that coincidentally is coinciding with the new U.S. majority ownership taking over TikTok at the end of last week. Governor Gavin Newsom posted this to his social media account, responding to accusations of censorship by a TikTok user. Newsom said, I am launching a review into whether TikTok is violating state law by censoring Trump critical content. The governor's press office followed up by saying, following TikTok's sale to a Trump-aligned business group, our office has received reports and independently confirmed instances of suppressed content critical of President Trump. Governor Gavin Newsom is launching a review of this conduct and is calling on the California Department of Justice to determine whether it violates California law. Of course, California has a whole set of social media laws already on the books that could apply to a case like this if these allegations, of course, turn out to be true. Now, we know that the recommendation part of the TikTok platform is impacting everyone. TikTok says that is coming from the power outage. Now, I am hearing from beauty creators and food creators and book enthusiasts who all say that they're seeing 0 views on their new content, and they have no content that has anything to do with politics. So if it's happening to them, we can assume it's happening to political content creators too. At the same time, it's worth noting that in the announcement of the new U.S. TikTok, the new U.S. majority ownership says this new joint venture is going to focus on 4 main things, and one of them is trust and safety. The announcement says the joint venture will safeguard the U.S. content ecosystem and have decision-making authority for trust and safety policies and content moderation. Now the question is, has this new majority U.S. ownership group come up with some new content moderation guidelines that we just don't know about yet? Now I checked the in-app community guidelines, and the fact is, nothing has changed there since September of 2025.
And let's keep it a bean. Do you expect them to actually come out and tell us that they're censoring people? Or they plan to implement certain guidelines of which behind closed doors they might actually not follow? We can only observe and wait till something pops off and then we can call them out on it. How can we trust them if they're not willing to tell us the truth? I don't know, but y'all, let me know what your thoughts are and what you guys think is actually happening behind closed doors. Leave your comments down below. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Also, check out this video. I'm pretty sure you're definitely going to enjoy it. But nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.